Have you heard of Whang OD? Yes or no? Then buckle up as we go on a once-in-a-lifetime journey to meet and get tattooed by the legendary 105 years old Filipina tattoo artist, described as the last and oldest Mamba Batok. Apart from Whang OD being the oldest tattoo artist in the world, people take the journey to Boscalen Village to get tattooed because of the ancient method of batok or hand tap tattoo used by Whang OD's tribe, the Kalingas. With the batok method, they use elementary thorn as the needle and a stick to pierce through the skin, while the ink is made from charcoal, and their tattooing precision and accuracy is just incredible. It's 7 p.m. now and I am waiting for a bus to take us to the Cordillera Mountains where the Kalinga Tribe lives. After 13 hours by road, we reached the hiking point. So the village is up there and we are going to hike all the way through here, all the way up to the village where Whang OD is. Whang OD is part of the Kalinga Tribe. The tribe is located in the treacherous Cordillera Mountain Range in a village called Buscalan in the northern Philippines, in a beautiful area of rice terraces. The hike to the village from where the road stops took us about 45 minutes and takes you through some really narrow and steep pathways amongst the beautiful rice terraces. Still on the way up to Whang OD. The trail isn't that easy to hike due to the fact that it's very, very narrow, but it's doable. Just be mindful of your steps.
Why? Are you tired?
No, not tired. I'm just getting some shots. One thing worth noting is that there's no phone network over there and they use the radio for communication. We are using this radio also. So I have someone from the village of Whang OD just right behind me. You don't have any network here, no?
No.
So you have mobile phones?
Yeah, we have.
But then how do you use it? Can you get internet?
There's
No.
a hanging phone. But there's a Wi-Fi here that 30 pesos per hour.
Really?
Yes.
It's quite expensive, eh? Per hour? 50 pesos per hour for the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, 50 and 30. There's 30, there's 50.
Okay. Finally, after hiking in the blazing hot sun and high humidity, we made it to the village. What a feeling to just step foot in this village. Traveling to Whang OD village is no easy task and certainly not for the faint of heart. The best and safest way to get there is to join a tour or use a guide. We reached out to an awesome tour organizer, which made our trip a lot smoother. You can find their details in the description below. Once we reached the village, we found out that Whang OD was already busy tattooing some other enthusiasts and we had to wait for the next day to get the signature tattoo from the legendary Mamba Batok. We decided to use our time in the village wisely and had the chance to learn more about the tattooing process. First is that Whang OD only gives a signature tattoo in the form of 3 dots. Second, there are other young talented tattoo artists in the village practicing the same way of ancient tattooing, although Whang OD is the last true traditional tattoo artist. Thirdly, apart from the signature tattoo from Whang OD, you can get other tattoos using the same ancient tattooing method from the younger tattoo artists in the village, but you have to choose from their traditional tattoos, which all have a deep meaning and honestly they look really cool. Fourth, Whang OD signature tattoo cost only 150 pesos and for other larger tattoos they cost anywhere from 300 to 1500 pesos. So right now I'm in the rice fields of Boscalen Village and we are going to spend the night here today, and tomorrow we are going to return back to Manila. While waiting for the next day to see Whang OD, I decided to get a tattoo using the ancestral batok tattooing method from one of the village tattoo artists.
We chose the complex design. And performance.
The pinches are bearable, it's not that much. But since it's constant, like one after each other very quickly, it makes the pain continuous. But It's very done. After having tasted the ancient tattooing method, it was time for some food and a good night of rest before the big day of meeting and getting tattooed by Whang OD. I had a great night of sleep here, my first night here in Boscalen Village, where Whang OD lives. And last night we had great fun with a group of Filipinos that I came up here with. Yesterday I was initiated to the ancient way of tattooing, which is called batok here, and by one of the tattoo artists here in the village, and I got my first tattoo over here. So today is the day where we actually meet Whang OD for the signature tattoo, and I'm so thrilled to actually meet Whang OD, even for a couple of minutes. After having some refreshing old-style shower in the village, we were finally ready to meet Whang OD. On our way to get the tattoo from Whang OD now. So excited. So now we are back from the mountains from getting our first tattoo from Whang OD. How was your experience?
It was great. I mean, the journey was really challenging. As as a beginner or a first timer like myself, Mountain Province is such a far away location, and just being there, it's such an honor. The place is amazing. The views are all stunning. And everything went great, and really glad to see Whang OD in person.
Even for me it was such a thrill. I mean, I always wanted to, I was dreaming about meeting Whang OD, and I was finally able to make it happen, and it was just awesome. And I got my first tattoo as well here, and you can see the round here was done by one of the tattoo artists in Buscalan Village, and the 3 dots were done by Whang OD as signature. Yeah, so that's it guys, just giving you a little bit of our experience of meeting with Whang OD and getting our first tattoo in Buscalan Village.
If you're ever thinking of getting a tattoo in the Philippines with Whang OD, do it now. You will not regret it. It's worth every second of the trip.